All right, so I just confirmed this morning that the C-130 cargo plane that was seized in Burkina Faso is still stuck there. In fact, there is a Burkinabe, a citizen of Burkina Faso, that actually came into my DM and confirmed to me that he actually saw the plane at the airport. See, now that is why there is a lot of trust issues between the citizens and the government. According to some sources, the 11 soldiers have been moved to a prison facility and they have been detained, awaiting trial for terrorism. Now, that has not been substantiated yet, so you can take that with a grain of salt. So what are the options that Nigeria has on the table? Now, the options of Nigeria is limited. For me, I would prefer them to still take on the diplomatic route, which they are already doing. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria, they are still pushing through the diplomatic means to see that they can secure the release of the C-130 and the soldiers. So the question is, why is Burkina Faso being stubborn? Why is Burkina Faso being adamant towards this whole thing? You know, me for one, I thought this would have been over by now. Now, the truth is, Burkina Faso doesn't see Nigeria as a friendly state, and reason being, they just escaped from the clutches of France. All of a sudden, Nigeria is embracing France. So you can term it as the friend of my enemy is also my enemy. And we all know that Burkina Faso has the backing of Russia, and Nigeria has the backing of France and Russia are virtually enemies at this point. So yes, behind the scene, there are world powers that are pulling strings. So, but my advice to Burkina Faso is to exercise maximum restraint. In my first video, I told you that this looks like a setup. Now, some people are even saying that the soldiers will be executed. Now, I highly doubt that. It's virtually impossible, because when you execute those soldiers, it's an automatic declaration of war. I'm talking about all-out total war, and I will not even be in support of that, because these soldiers are working based on orders. So, worst case scenario, they seize the plane, they release the soldiers. Best case scenario, they release the soldiers, they release the plane. But the truth is, you can't deny the fact that Burkina Faso doesn't respect Nigeria anymore. In fact, virtually you can go through my comments and you realize that Nigeria has lost the respect of virtually every African country. And you don't need to ask yourself why. You yourself, you know why. Just take a look at the internal problems that we have. Okay, virtually the politicians playing the life of their citizens. So what do you expect? Now, I pray that this whole incident will be an eye-opener to Nigeria, and it will be an eye-opener to Nigerians, that we need to awaken the spirit of patriotism. There is a lot that needs to be done. We need to rise up and take our spot as a nation that is respected in Africa. So let's see how the story unfolds. Stay safe out there and remain dangerous.